Okay, here I'm off on my New Zealand trip through the South Island. It's going to be a great trip. I've ordered the same bike I ride at home, the Honda Transalp. So it should be a very good trip. I'm all set, ready to go. Today's going to be about 300 to 400 kilometers, stopping off on the way. And tonight staying under a million stars in a 5-star hotel. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Starting off from Christchurch, and we're heading sort of east towards the sea. There's some really nice off-road trucks out through that way. Gonna stop off for lunch and then make my way through to Lake Tekapo. A lot of windy roads coming back through there, and some nice off-roads, and then up over the Alps to get a nice sort of run at how the bike handles through the tight corners on some of the switchbacks on the dirt roads. Was supposed to be a nice sunny day today, but yeah, overcast, but it's predicted not to rain, so fingers crossed, because I've got my waterproof jacket on, but I've got my lovely moto jeans on. And one thing I'll say about Christchurch, the greenery here is lovely, like the leaves. It's mid-November, but it's fantastic weather here. Like yesterday, it was sunny as anything, 19 degrees. It was beautiful. That hill over there with the clouds, I've checked the weather report, and it basically said there is no rain, so I'm not going to get wet, but I might get misty through the cloud. So leaving Christchurch, should be fun going up over the mountain. Christchurch has changed quite a fair bit since the earthquakes. There's still a lot of work going on around the city. I think it's been close to 15 years since the earthquakes happened. I saw the steeple church yesterday, and it's still in ruins. The city itself is rebuilt to what it is today, and you know they're doing everything they possibly can to get the city back on track. So I can actually say hats off to the people of Christchurch, especially these mountains we're going up here. I would not like to be on those mountains during that earthquake. Apparently there were houses up there that were slid down the hills. Dyer's Pass. I got free of that. I can ride a little bit my own free will. Woo! This is an enjoyable road. Fire season. Man, this is a great ride. Yeah, there's rain there, but I think that's because it's the clouds. Well, I just rode up that road there from Christchurch. Lovely view. Wow. I could go even higher if I wanted to, but okay, I'm good. Okay, off to Governor's Bay is where I'm going today, and there's apparently some nice tracks through there. Downhill all the way. Wow! What a view! I got to concentrate on the road because that is a fantastic view. I was told to come this way and I love it. It is. If you're coming to Christchurch, I recommend coming to Governor's Bay and coming over the mountain. That is fantastic. This is why you ride adventure bikes. You get to see stuff. Alright, we're gonna find this dirt track and we're gonna head over to Akaroa. Hopefully, depending on the weather. Looks like it's good high tide coming through here. Lovely little windy road on the coast here, it's enjoyable. Just watching these corners because I've noticed a few of these cars coming around there. They seem to take it a bit wide. Beautiful coastline though. Some off-road going. My god, the traction control on this is terrible. It's a really gravelly road. What is with the steering? I think the pounds are too high. I'm going to have to pull over somewhere and adjust the pounds and the tyres because these are skating all over the place. Look at the steering. Look at the steering. Yep, this is not good. There's too much air in these tyres. Just checked, and the tyre pressure I had in the tyres, the front tyre had 38 pounds and 40 in the back, so it should ride a lot better now. That was just terrible. It was skating all over the road. That's a bit better. Not sure if I like these tyres though. They're not my favourite. Beautiful through here, look at this. So this is probably about 38 kilometres I'm going to ride to off-road. So far, so good. Enjoyable. It's two ways, so I've got to stick to the left. It's going to take my time because I don't know the track and I don't know. Man, dropping the pressure on those tyres made a huge difference straight away. Jesus, 38 on the front. It's like I was skating. It's funny, I keep going around corners thinking I'm going to see snakes on the road. There's no snakes in New Zealand. Wow, this is really like the overgrowth, everything's fantastic coming through here. Not sure if I'm liking these foot pegs though, they're a little thin to what I want. But that vibration's gone on the front since I dropped the tyre pressures down. Not knowing these corners though, I'm just taking my time. So far the ride is fantastic. If you can't laugh with yourself, you can't laugh at all, I suppose. Oh, up into the clouds. Oh, apparently it's supposed to be a good view, but I can't see a thing. Wow! I'm glad this track was recommended to me. I wasn't going to ride it. I was going to go straight towards Tekapo and take some of the country roads, but this is so far. Beautiful ride. After leaving Christchurch and heading up over Governor's Bay and then heading down into Darling Harbour, into Port Levy, then over to Little River, I basically made a turn and started heading towards Tekapo. Some of the long bridges leaving Christchurch were pretty cool. I got to the stage, I think I was about 3.5 hours in, needed a coffee break, like everybody else does. You find a coffee shop and head off to it. The initial plan was to go straight to Lake Tekapo. Basically, I decided that I would go to Lake Clearwater from the advice I'd been given the day beforehand. Quite glad I did. The roads were great. The weather got better the further I got in. Some of the creeks you went over, the mountain ranges, the snow started to appear on some of the Alps that I saw. And then when I got into Lake Clearwater, the views were just fantastic. As much as I got on my GoPro and my drone, I tried to show as much as I possibly can for what New Zealand is and what you can see. Like the views were fantastic. I wasn't expecting that when I got into Lake Clearwater. Lake Tekapo was spectacular, but Lake Clearwater was fantastic for itself. But if you're going there, I would recommend it. Hey, Dad! Woohoo! Good to be back on dirt. Stay in fourth gear. Now I have got the tyres back up to 32 before they're on 40. And it's not skirting like it was doing before, which is good. Not sure if I'd like these tyres though. Wow, look at that. Where can you go to get a view like that? After setting up the drone, sending it up to have a quick look around, the mountains themselves, a couple of months ago, I reckon they would have been covered in snow. And just the greenery coming back after, everything being white, just seeing the Alps themselves just with the snow still sitting on it. And I was in the middle of November, and to myself, I wasn't expecting to have snow still up in the Alps. But it's New Zealand. I was told that, it could be middle of December, there could be snow. The Lakewater track, whew, what a track. Fantastic track to go in and ride on. The lake itself. Camping grounds are great. If I was camping, I probably would camp there. The lake itself, beautiful, blue and clear. Like, the drone, as best as it can do, that can give you the pictures that we're seeing here, it was like breathtaking, to be honest. That road there goes for about another 30-40 kilometers. I didn't do much more of the dirt road that day. I was like 7 hours in, I was getting tired. I decided that this would be where I'd stop off at. People swim in this lake all year round. I'm not sure if I could, because I was told it was currently 15 degrees at that point in time. After the drone footage, I decided that it was time to head off to Lake Tekapo itself. For anyone who's interested, Lake Tekapo area here is supposed to be the darkest night skies of anywhere in the world, and a lot of people come here to actually to go to the Mount John Observatory. Everyone's here gazing at the lovely Alps. I have to admit, that is pretty fantastic. The lake itself. Everyone's rubbernecking. I might rubberneck with them. Last time I was in here, there was 6 feet of snow either side of me. Look at that. Can't get anything more beautiful than that in New Zealand. Man, look at that bloody tourists. I can't complain on one of them. Here we go, Pepper's Blue Water Resort. Oh, and some other bikes here. I got a GS. Well, after a hard day's riding, 428 k's, made it into Tekapo. Beautiful views. Time for an old fashioned. Oh, spot on. Nothing like an old fashioned to have when after a hard day's riding and a view like that. Like, seriously, where are you if you're not here? You're not anywhere. I'm only kidding. Alright, that's part 1 of my New Zealand trip on the Transalp. There was going to be 3 parts, but I decided to cut it down to 2. There's 3 days of footage. The last day Dunedin to Christchurch, which I will show at the end of part 2. Basically rained from when I got up to when I got into Christchurch. I had my rain gear on, but it gets to the point where you're absolutely drenched. So I made a decision about probably an hour into the ride that I wasn't going to do any off-road and wasn't going to do any sightseeing. I decided to basically ride straight back to Christchurch. Anyway, if you've liked the video, please share and like, and catch you on number 2. Thank you. Out.